are going to need today is you are going to need 6 jars without the labels on them so you can see through them. You are going to need some water and some paper towels, and you are going to need food coloring. You need red food coloring, blue food coloring, and yellow food coloring. So that's 3 colors. All right? And today, out of these 3 colors, you are going to make a rainbow. Do you know what the colors of the rainbow are? Let's do it together. We have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. How many colors is that? That's right, it's 7 colors. So what we are going to do today, we are going to make 6 of those colors. And we know 3 of the colors right now are the red and the yellow and the blue. So that's 3 of the 6 that we're going to make today. All right. Now let's see out of those 3 colors how you can make 6 of them. All right, we're going to do it. You'll wait and see. All right, so what the first thing we need to do with our 6 jars is we have to add water to them. So I'm going to take 3 of my jars. And I'm going to fill them to the top. Water. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. All right, perfect. So, 3 of these jars have water in them. All right. In 1 jar, I'm going to add some yellow. Now, if you get some of this on your hands, like I did, it will come off your hands by the end of the day. All right, so put a few drops into, like maybe 5 drops. See how that looks with your colors. Depends on how much water you have too. Like if you use a mason jars, then they're not as big. Okay, so I have, they're not as big, so they don't require as much water. But yeah, I got some on my fingertips. That's okay, it'll go away. Now be careful with your clothes though. All right, be careful with that. All right, so I can put those 3 aside. All right, are you ready? All right, our next step is we're gonna take these colors, but we're gonna put an empty jar between them. So I'm gonna kind of put my jars in a circle. Okay. You can put the colors in any order. I've got yellow and then an empty jar, blue and an empty jar, red and an empty jar. So there's an empty jar between all the colors. All right. Now, these are our primary colors, right? If you learned this in art class, our primary colors are the red and the blue and the yellow. Now, do you know what secondary colors are? The secondary colors are what these 3 colors, when they become mixed, create a new color. So, if you look on our wheel here, we have red and we have blue, okay? Now, if you were to mix those together, you kind of put your fingers in the middle, you're going to get a purple color. So that's a secondary color, is purple. If you have a red and a yellow, like we do, if you mix them together, you get an orange color. So the red and yellow make orange. Orange is a secondary color. Now, if you have yellow and blue, like we do, our yellow and blue, if you mix them together, creates green. And green is our secondary color. So the orange and the purple and the green are secondary colors, and we can create those colors using these 3 colors, right? All right, so how we do that is we have to mix them up. How are you going to do that? Are the colors mixing? No, they're not mixing. They're not mixing at all. So what we need to do is we need to maybe use our paper towels. Now, how can we use it with our paper towels? All right, well, what I want you to do is I want you to take a roll of paper towel and I want you to roll it. Roll it, that, and roll it. I'm gonna squish it down a little bit, but it's like a tube. And you roll it, okay? All right, and I want you to do that some more, because we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. So let's make 6, let's roll up 6 rolls, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now, what are we going to do next? All right, so yeah, we can put a paper towel in the yellow and in the empty one. That get us to get yellow and blue make green. Is that going to get us to green? Oh my goodness, my paper towel is already getting wet and the water is already moving up. So what we want to do is let's put one of the colors, the paper towel. I have mine like in the yellow and in the empty one. And now we are going to put it in the empty one and in the blue. And then we're going to put it in the blue and the next empty one. Okay. And then we're going to put it back in that empty one into the red. And then from the red to the next empty one. And my, oh my, this water is just going straight up that paper towel. Is yours already, are you already noticing that? Now the empty one again, into the yellow. All right, so now, what are you noticing already? I am too. I'm noticing that the color in the paper towel is kind of like in my red, because my red is closest to me. My paper towel is starting to, the water is going up to the top of the jar already. And my paper towel is starting to slowly change color. And I noticed that with the blue. My paper towel is already getting wet at the top. And it's turning blue. So this water is like defying gravity, isn't it? Isn't that cool? It's like going up the paper towel. How is it doing that? What is that called? There's a science word for that. So, the moving colors going up the paper towel is called capillary action. Can you say that? Capillary action. That's right. That is how the liquid is moving up. But did you know those water molecules have surface tension on them? And that surface tension is keeping the water on the paper towel. Because once you see the water get up to the top of the paper towel, why is the water not just falling right off in between the jars? The water is not falling off. That's called surface tension. Okay? So the capillary action is the water going up. Now, there's a way that happens in nature. Do you know how? Think about it. What kind of water do we have outside? We have rain, right? That's how things get wet. The ground gets wet. Okay, so the rain comes down and goes into the ground. Now, how do we get that capillary action? So what happens is when you have trees or plants, what happens is that water goes down into the roots. And then the water starts going up. And it goes up the roots and up the stem. So it's moving up with capillary action. And then the water goes out into the leaves. Yep. So it goes up the stem to the flower. It goes up, 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 up. That's capillary action. So that happens when when you water your plants. The water goes up. Do you notice like when plants are kind of droopy and they need water? Like, oh, they need watering because the leaves are kind of like, right? So, but when you water it, like you might see an hour later, not even that long really, all of a sudden the leaves are perky again. That is from the capillary action. The water goes up the roots, up the stem, and out to the leaves. Now the leaves are perky again. Isn't that awesome? You just learned a new word. All right, so now our capillary action. Yep, let's see what's happening. What is going on here? Have you noticed anything yet? I noticed my paper towels are getting wet and the paper towel is starting to change colors too. I see, especially I can tell the yellow. I've got yellow already up here on my towel. So what do you think is going to happen? What do you think? Well, Have I seen anything yet? I'm seeing how well my paper towels are still. Oh, this paper towel is already starting to get wet into the next jar. And I'm starting to see, it's kind of like a pinkish color. Not totally red. Maybe I didn't put enough red in there, but that's okay. It's already, I'm seeing like the red start going up the paper towel. This is so cool. Yeah, it's going over. The water is going over. Yay! Now this science experiment's going to take a little while. It's not going to be instant, okay? So, how long do you think it'll take? Because right now, I mean, it's been a few minutes, right? And our paper towel is starting to go up. The water is starting to go up and over. Right now, it's already over into the other side of the jar. And I'm seeing more color coming up with it, with the moist paper towel. I'm seeing that, noticing that too. This is fun. What do you think is going to happen next? Do you think that the paper towel part that's inside the empty jar, is the water going to keep going down to the bottom of the paper towel? Could be doing that. We'll have to wait and see. But I think it might. Yep. Oh my goodness, yeah. This paper towel is really wet. It's like into the jar already. This one is too. Wow. Oh yes, this one already is too. The paper towel's getting wetter. It's going down now into the next jar. So, do you think these water levels are going to stay the same as the water starts moving up the paper towel into the empty jar? Do you think this water is going to stay this level, or do you think it might start going into the jar too once this paper towel gets wet enough? What do you think? Yes, the level's going to stay the same, or nope, this level is going to go down as the water goes further into this paper towel? That's a good question, isn't it? Well, I will help you find out in a few minutes. All right. Also, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think when the blue and the yellow, what color is that going to make? Do you remember? Green. Do you think this jar in here is going to start having green water in it when this water, if it goes in? Do you think it's going to change that color to green? What color does the red and yellow make again? Orange. Do you think we're going to start having orange water in here? Is this how we're going to get our 6 colors? And our blue and our red, right, is supposed to make what color? Purple. All right, so let's see if that's going to happen. All right, or could the colors like, okay, this color is now purple and that's going to start moving back up and become like a purple and blue, and the colors start mixing even more? Could they mix even more and be like a dirty brown color or something? Or will it stop and just stay the 6 colors? That's going to be interesting to see too, isn't it? Yes, I'm wondering if these primary colors are going to make the secondary colors and stay, or hopefully not keep moving into a brownish color. Let's see what else is happening. Oh, in this jar, which you can't see, but it's this jar here, I'm starting to get a little bit of water on the bottom. It's not very much yet, but it's happening. Cool. There's a little bit of water in there. It is really coming. This is so fun. All right, so now I am going to show you, I'm going to get this out of the way. I made this yesterday. Sorry for the noise. I made one yesterday, and I'm going to show you what it looks like today. So you have your predictions. Well, what's going to happen with the water? Are the water levels going to stay the same? Or are they going to change as the paper towel gets wet and goes into the empty jar? The water level in this jar, is it going to stay the same or go down as the other jar goes up? What do you predict? Okay, let's see if you're right. Also, do you think the colors are going to stop once they have gone into the empty jars, or do you think they're going to keep mixing and keep going and going and going? Are they going to stop at the 6 colors, or are they going to keep moving? Jar from jar from jar, jar to jar to jar to jar. Jar to jar, or then finally stop moving after 6 colors? Okay. So now I'm going to show you what my first one that I did yesterday morning looks like today, and we'll see if any of your predictions are true. All right, are you ready? All right, I'm going to go get it. Here we go. So this way I can spin it too. My red, do you see the water level? I don't know if you can see. The red was all the way up to the top, and now it's down to here. And my yellow has gone down also. And what color do you see in the middle? Can you see it? It's actually made orange water. But my paper towel is still red on this side, and this paper towel is still yellow. But the water level has changed, and it's changed the water to orange. Is that cool or what? All right, let's try this one. Do you remember what yellow and blue make? This yellow and this blue, the water levels have gone down. And I got green water in here now. I didn't have green water 24 hours ago. But my paper towel is still those colors, yellow and blue. but made water go in the empty jar, and my water's green. This is so magical. It's like, I love science. All right, so now what other color did we have? Oh yes, we have blue and red. I'm supposed to make a purple color. So let's see. Well, I would say my blue and red has formed right now like a darker blue. It doesn't really look purple. So I don't know if I need to put more blue drops in my blue water jar when I did it, but it's really more like a dark blue, like the indigo. Indigo is a dark, rich blue. So it's kinda, which can be like in between the two colors before it reaches purple. So maybe, let's see how my color looks. To make more purple, maybe I needed more red in my jar to make it more on the purple side than on the dark blue side. There's more like a purple color toward the red end of it. So maybe I needed to put more red in my water. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I need to do that. I should try this on this one I just made. Let's make it more darker red. Okay. We're gonna see. Oh, got more colors on my fingertip. So it'll go away. All right. So, if you predicted that the water levels would go down and into the next jar, you're correct. Now, have my colors turned into any brownish colors yet, or have they stayed the 6 colors? Yes, they have stayed the 6 colors for now. All right, so this is what it looks like in 24 hours. It looks like it's probably going to be complete soon because my water levels are all becoming the same in each jar. So all my water levels are even matching up. Can you believe that? Science is so cool. All right, so I think it's almost finished because the water levels are staying the same, but I'll wait till tonight and see what happens and see if they stay this way or if they start converting. But I think I'm going to predict that they stay just these 6 colors. But I could be wrong, but I'm predicting the 6 colors. All right? Well, so just observe and see what happens in an hour. Set your alarm for 1 hour and see what happens to your jars and how much water is in the empty jar that we started with, the empty jars that we started with. And then check at lunchtime, check at dinner time, check before bed. Just check and see what happens. Check when you wake up in the morning and see how much it's changed in one day. Very cool. This is fun. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I hope that we can get together soon and you can tell me all about it. The branches are open, so if you want to leave Miss Christy a note, you can do it on our library Facebook app, or you can, well, the Facebook app that our library has. You can let me know if you visit Kisker Road Library and let me know how your experiment turned out. I would love to hear from you. I miss you all, and I can't wait for us to be able to do this fun stuff together. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay happy, stay healthy, have fun, and I will see you soon. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you had fun. Bye.